What's good? This is a brand new podcast out on the limb. Love is in the air. Look at that cute little heart. This is a Bachelor episode with all guys, so it makes tons of sense to do this. And it's supposed to be fun and amazing. And this Bachelor episode, we got some special guests. We got Dylan Mel, who's a recurring member. We got Dominic Inuzzi, who was on my last episode I just posted. We got Armand. I don't know how to say your last name, so I'm super sorry.
Don't worry about it.
We got Darian Hurricane, and we got Cam Onks. See, I said that right. So these guys have been all with me watching The Bachelor throughout the whole season. Armand, Darian, and Cam and I, we would go to Champs downtown at Penn State, and get some nice. Shout out to Champs, get some nice food and drinks with the specials they had, and just listen to the amazing atmosphere The Bachelor had every night at Champs, or every week at Champs. And then Dylan and Dom, unfortunately they weren't 21, so Dylan's not even at Penn State with us, but he goes to a different college. But Dominic and I, sometimes I would go to his house and we would just scream at the TV week after week with this amazing season just happened. Actually wasn't that amazing, but yeah. So it was interesting. So I guess first, just before I want to introduce everyone, I want everyone to give their quick song of the day. It's something new I'm trying on this podcast. So I guess we could start with Dylan.
I've been listening to a lot of Michael Jackson recently. I think we touched on this a little bit, but
yes,
it's my favorite song right now.
All right, Armand.
I've been listening to a lot of Oliver Tree, Alien Boy. That's been my jam lately.
Oliver Tree just found a new song. I like it.
Yep. Yeah, I just listened to that. Saw the music video, so it was good. Enjoying that.
Dane?
Mine is the new Big Booty remix. There it is.
Big Booty, baby. And then Cam?
Oh man, I gotta go with I've been working out a lot and I need really hype music, so I'm gonna go with Stricken by Disturbed, because that's really hype. So gonna go a little middle school vibes, but yeah.
Hey, it's all good. No one's judging. I love it. That's such a good song. And then Dominic?
Stupid Again by Tory Lanez.
Okay, I did not listen from last episode we had, so I will be listening to him soon.
He's now aware of who he is.
I am now aware of who he is. I did not look it up, though. And then a song that I'm kind of vibing with, I don't know if you guys know of Token. I've been vibing him pretty much a lot. Treehouse, I've been listening to a lot. I like that song. But, yeah, so I guess since Dylan and Dom already kind of introduced themselves on the show, I kind of want to introduce these other guys. They could be on the podcast again, recurring members. I guess we'll start with Armand. Armand, introduce yourself to the people.
Hi, my name's Armand. I'm from State College, live in State College. 23 years old. I work at Best Buy, I fix computers. I look through porn that I don't really want to see, so...
So you went to Penn State as well, Armand, correct?
Yeah, I did a couple of years at Penn State. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Armand is actually a technology genius. So if you ever need help, make sure you hit him up. I'll put the social media at the end.
Please, DM me your problems. I won't listen.
Darian, introduce yourself.
Darren Hurricane, 25, from State College. Went to school at Binghamton University, upstate New York, and just back home coaching.
Darian is an absolute baseball stud. He'll never admit it, but I am faster than him.
Yeah, you wish.
Oh my God. Here we go. There we go. Whose ego's bigger? Come on.
But Cam, introduce yourself.
Yeah, I'm Cam Unks. I'm 23. I'm from State College as well. Darian and I coached together, which is a lot of fun, even though we just got our season taken away, which isn't great. But I went to Penn State, graduated, and now I have a job teaching health and phys ed here in State College.
Yeah, Cam is probably the best teacher I know, to be honest.
Thanks, man.
But you're welcome. But so I guess quick before we kind of dive into this amazing Bachelor episode, how is quarantine affecting you guys right now? I know you guys just said that, you some stuff ended, but just want to know how quarantine's affecting you guys. Anyone could start.
Yeah, I mean, I've just been fucking home, so literally, I haven't been working, so I've just been staying at home. A lot of Call of Duty, brings me back to the Modern Warfare 2 days. So I've been grinding on that lately, really more than anything.
Yeah,
Okay.
I wake up and play Call of Duty pretty much all day
Yeah.
long. I'll maybe hit a lift here and there, but because we have our own hitting facility, so I brought home a bunch of weights and stuff. So I got lucky in that aspect.
Less.
And then Cam, what about you?
Yeah, so I teach a middle school health. Like I got the job. It started the week after spring break, and that week we didn't even have school. So I've been working with Zoom like constantly. This is probably I've been working with Zoom for a month now. So I have to basically come up with assignments and do all that stuff online, which sucks. And then, yeah, like I said, we got our baseball season for coaching taken away for state high. So that's kind of how it's affected me. But I've been trying to stay healthy, stay in shape, stuff like that. So
Keeping up with your physical education.
Physical education.
How are you doing? How are you doing those classes through Zoom right now with all these students?
So I only have optional Zoom hours. So like I have mandatorily have to post hours, but typically I just post assignments either on Canvas or Google Classroom, and then they just kind of do it. Only, I would say like half of my students have turned stuff in so far, so that's been tough. But nothing much I can do other than just do what I can.
So no Zoom hacking so far?
No Zoom hacking, no, because they can't get in unless they know the thing, and I don't think middle schoolers are trying to do that. College students, on the other hand, yeah.
Oh, it's great. I got hacked once. It was hilarious, but terrible at the same time.
Yeah.
But I guess Dom and Dylan, you guys can say it again. Just quick little things.
I mean, all I've been doing, dude, is playing COD 24/7. You know.
So,
I just
all about the
maxed
fucking
out.
COD.
Hey, listen, I just
Seems
maxed
to be
out
like a
my
recurring thing.
my Renetti on COD right now, so I'm using that. But otherwise,
and then
I've
what
been
about you,
chilling.
Dylan?
I've been actually pursuing a lot of projects during this time that like normally wouldn't have the time to do. So like Dom, Owen, and I, like we have our show, Stay Humble Sports, and then
Yes.
just been doing stuff on TikTok, schoolwork, but playing COD at night till 3 in the morning.
So from what I'm hearing is we should all be squatting up and playing COD at one point. That would be amazing.
They did just add quads, so yeah.
Oh, for Warzone, yeah, I played a game the
Yeah,
other night.
for Warzone.
Warzone is definitely interesting. I won a couple games. Nothing solo though, which absolutely sucks. But whatever. But I guess, and then one more thing before we dive into The Bachelor, since I like to talk about sports on this thing, just quickly name your favorite sports team in any sport, baseball, football, whatever.
Let's go Birds.
There we go. Look at.
Let's go
and then
Patriots.
Darren,
Go
Patriots.
Rest in peace, Tom Brady.
Get out of here.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace, Tom Brady.
Bye.
Steelers Nation, baby. Come on. That's what's up.
Go Birds.
No.
Go Birds.
Baby,
Go Birds.
Oh, there it is.
I mean,
We got
The Birds Coalition.
Yeah, you guys are outnumbered here. So,
that's all right.
So okay, now we're gonna get right into it. We all are Bachelor fans, Bachelorette fans. What are things you like about this show that get you kind of hooked? I'm just curious at this point.
I like the drama. I mean, it's always interesting getting a window into people's lives, especially something that you don't see normally, like dating and stuff like that. But it's this season especially, I think, really hooked a lot of people into it more than usual.
Yeah, the drama for sure. Yeah, I definitely watch it to get a good laugh. That's one thing. I laugh a ton when I watch the show.
It's hilarious.
And I always try to find, every time they introduce all the contestants, I try to pick out the one girl that's the most down to earth, and then I say that she's gonna win at the beginning of every show. And not this past season, but the season before that, I picked the right one. But this season, unfortunately, I did not. So it sucks. But
I actually picked Madison from day one, and I have the text to prove it too.
Yeah, Madison was a babe.
But she didn't technically win though.
Technically, no.
Who technically won?
Kelly.
Kelly. She's with Peter.
Maybe I did
man.
technically win. Pick the winner then, Dylan.
In terms of the show, Hannah Ann was the winner.
Technicalities.
Yeah, I guess.
She was the one who beat close to at the end. If that's how you want to go basis off of it.
True. Yeah.
Like what I watched.
Mine.
like when I watch the show, what I mainly watch it for is like I like to see the decision making process, and then see like if I agree with it, and then if everybody else on social media agrees with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cam, what gets you hooked?
I originally wasn't like planning on, because I never have watched like a full season of The Bachelor before, and then I saw that Champs was hosting a Bachelor night, and then I get a text from Darian like what not even like a couple days later, and he was like, "Yo, dude, you trying to do this?" I'm like, "I don't know, man." He's like, "Let's do it." I was like, "Sorry." We went, and that's kind of what got me hooked. And then like the first episode, I don't even remember. I know I did.
And that was the best decision of your life.
Yeah, it was. Oh man, Champs was awesome for that. But yeah, it was crazy, man. I definitely liked the drama, and a lot of it was just really funny, just to like see how like poorly Peter made decisions. It was great.
So I don't know how you guys feel, but like it might be stupid why I watch it. I like to watch it just because like I like to get some like girl advice. Like I like to see like what people think and what goes on other people's minds. Like this helps me with my dating life, even though it's not happening right now, but still.
You just gotta follow your heart, man.
You gotta follow the heart. Look at that.
Show red flags in girls.
So many, dude. So much baggage. Wait, what was it?
They were all flight attendants, so they always are using baggage.
Well, what is it? Victoria, was it F at the end? I forget. Victoria.
Yeah, the psycho.
Yeah, she had baggage.
They all have fucking baggage.
Yeah, she's my favorite, low key.
Yeah.
I think she was one of the more attractive ones.
Absolutely.
She was gorgeous.
That was it. That was it. That was
nothing else
all
to
there
it.
was. Yeah.
She had a lot of demons that she was carrying around with her.
Yeah, maybe she'll fix that out in the future. What season did you guys start even getting into The Bachelor?
So I started watching Ari season, which if you guys didn't go that far back, you're not going to know. So that was 3 seasons ago. So I've seen 3 Bachelors and 2 Bachelorettes, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's the alternating or whatever.
Yeah, this was my first one. So
yep.
One of my friends told me. Oh yeah, for sure. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. The next girl that's going to be doing it, because she's also a little bit older. So that
she's like what, 40, right? 39.
I hope they get her, but just a bunch of frat guys. That would be hilarious.
That'd be terrible.
Yo, what's up? My name's Chad. I'm 18 years old. Go to LSU.
My name's Brad. You, long champion.
Shotgunning. Cam, when did you start getting into it?
No, this was my first year too. I mean, I never really like had an interest in it. Like I would always see stuff, but yeah, this was my first year too.
Well, your mom was in it too.
Oh yeah, my mom's been trying to get it. My mom's been trying to get me into The Bachelor for years. I'm talking like I had like my previous my first girlfriend like made me watch it with her, and I was so uninterested. And then like my mom tried to get me into it, and then I finally texted her when I was at Champs, and I was like, "Mom, you'll never guess what I'm doing right now." I am at Champs on a Monday watching The Bachelor. She actually lost her mind. So it was pretty good though.
It was probably a really proud moment in her life for you. She probably cried, I'm sure.
Yeah. I wouldn't say that, but yeah.
I personally, the season I got into, and this was a little farther back, it was Desiree's season. If you guys even know who I'm talking about, this girl was amazing, right? And then she had this guy named Brooks, and was like all throughout the show, just every week you knew he was going to win. And then it literally went to the last episode. She dumped everyone else, had him like ready to propose, and he goes, "Yeah, I don't want to do this." And he changed his mind. And like, so that whole season was wasted. And like, she's like, from day one, if you said I loved you, I would have like proposed, like I would have ended the show immediately. And you say now, and he's like, "Yeah, I don't know what else to tell you." Like I was like, "That's
kind of sounds like Peter's season. Kind of wasted time.
100%.
Yeah, it was such a.
Peter's season was so much more drama though.
So. He got Kelly though, so
yeah, which should have been from the beginning.
That's a fact.
That was an interesting turn of events. Apparently they're quarantined together, so they
are
having a lot of time to themselves.
Wait, wasn't he dating? He went from Hannah Ann to Madison. I thought he was trying with someone else. No, that was Tyler with Hannah B. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think aren't they together?
No, they're just friends.
I don't think they're together.
They're friends. Okay.
They were
Wow, I actually was not.
started dating after the show, but then Tyler got with, I think, Gigi Hadid. And then Hannah Brown was like, "Can you pick me?"
It's quite an upgrade.
Gigi.
Yeah,
Gigi.
like
No.
a wild Gigi
Dude,
appeared.
Oh man. Wow.
I wish I could get with Gigi Hadid. That'd be great.
I'm in second on the
Dude,
Bachelor.
I don't know, dude. I don't know.
We'll just start looking like Tyler Cameron, and then you can.
There you go.
Yeah, see, it uses quarantine to your advantage. Start like getting ripped, Armand.
I've been working out so much, let me tell you. At least 100% more than what I've been doing before, which 100 times 0 is still 0, but
Well, hey, I'll give it to Armand. He
ran up a hill.
He ran hill sprints with me and my brother one day when we were out
Go
throwing
me.
community.
Go me.
We were throwing a community, and Armand ran hill sprints with us, and I was like, yeah, quarantine's bad when Armand's exercising outside.
Armand, did you puke at all, or were you good?
No, I was all right. I'm not that out of shape. Maybe now at this point because I've been sitting on my ass for 20 days, but not that out of shape.
So, Dom, I know you're a big orange guy. Like, you eat a lot of oranges. And Dylan, I honestly don't know what you're like big into, but for champs, like, I was curious with Armand, Darian, and Cam when we went to champs, like, what was the thing to get? Like, I know Darian, you had a system of what you were to get there.
Yeah, I ordered some wings just to start off the night with something light, and then had a couple drinks in between, and then got the banana split at the end. To top it off.
Dude, the banana split, I could not finish it, dude. That cookie dough was like a block of cookie dough that I was just not having.
My house.
The cookie dough ice cream was. I had it twice. Yeah, the cookie dough ice cream was the hardest one to.
So good.
But it was so good. It was so good. But it was. Oh yeah. That was.
Always got to get the wings.
And the bread too.
Yeah, the giant loaf.
The giant loaf
Dude,
of bread.
That thing was amazing. What was it, like, glazed in something, right?
Yeah,
honey
it was
butter.
honey butter. Yeah.
Oh.
That was bomb.
Armand,
Can't forget the free roses too.
Yeah.
True.
Yo, I got a free rose one time. I forget by who though.
I still have one in my car right
I might have
now.
got one for myself actually. Now thinking about it.
Yeah, nobody gave you a rose, Adam. Let's be real.
What do you mean, dude? There's girls.
I mean,
coming to me all
the ratio was solid. So
The ratio
was amazing.
Oh my god.
This is another quick question for all the champs people. What did you guys like? Why what was about the atmosphere that you guys liked?
I mean, first of all, shout out champs. Just
Shout out champs. Champs
shout
is the best.
out
You
champs.
gotta give them. We'll talk about it a little bit.
Yeah.
That was just cool to see like everyone's like reaction like as it happened.
Oh,
Like,
I love that.
obviously, if you're just watching it like by yourself, you just get your reaction. But like, being surrounded in a bar.
Yeah. Do you know that meme with the big screen TV and everyone watching it and then just cheering? It's like that. It's like that meme, but just brought to life.
Yep.
But with the chat, with the Bachelor. Yeah, it was crazy. Like it grew too. Like every day they had it was pretty packed for the most part. Like every seat was taken, but like the week before the finale was crazy.
I didn't go to that one. I don't think.
Oh my gosh! I got there first, and there was already a line in. I get inside. It was 45 minutes before the show even started. And
normally there's not a line. There's not a line. Normally.
It's a Monday night.
Monday night. Normally there's tables open. There's bar seats open. Every bar seat upstairs was taken. Every table, booth, everything was taken. I got downstairs. There weren't that many people downstairs, so I put 2 tables together and like got lucky because we had like 6 people with us for that night. So
I was packed then.
It was beyond packed, and there was also 12-cent beers that night at 10 o'clock because
yeah.
So that
RIP NCAA season.
Yeah, because Penn State was killing it. Shout out Penn State basketball. They should be in the championship right now. But Dom, I know when we would when I wouldn't go to champs, I'd be at your place and like, dude, we would literally like scream at the TV and like.
That is right. A lot of passion was there, dude. I'd be peeling my oranges, I'm not really a big drinker, so I enjoy a nice iced tea when I sit back and watch The Bachelor. So
we definitely would annoy your neighbors like hard. Like dude,
Oh
probably
my
wasn't
God,
healthy
so
at that point, to be honest with you.
definitely not.
I have a funny.
Dylan, what would you do? Because like you were in a whole different school, so like what would you do?
Well, so when the beginning of the season started, I was able just to watch it, right? But at a certain point, intramural sports started again at Wilkes, and I don't think we went over this on like my introduction episode, but I'm actually a referee for intramural sports.
Oh, did you have to skip it?
I brought my laptop to work. I'd be refereeing intramural soccer, and intramural soccer was from 7 to 10 o'clock at night. And I told all the other people I worked with, I said, all right, guys, I will do it from 7 to 8. And after that, I'm just going to sit here on my laptop and watch The Bachelor. And then I got paid to watch The Bachelor.
Good way to do it.
That's
Not
amazing.
bad.
Darian and I almost did that for when we had tryouts the night of the.
Oh, I remember that.
Yep.
During the Ladies Tell All, we had tryouts.
Yep. And
I almost like put my phone, but there was too much stuff going on, so we couldn't do it. But yeah.
Yo, so what did you guys think of this season in general? We didn't really touch base on that yet, but like, what did you overall think of this season?
It was a massive waste of time.
100%, I agree with
I
that.
have
A
to agree.
massive waste of time.
Yeah.
I've learned that Peter is a huge pussy. That's what I've learned. And that it was a complete waste of time.
Wait, can we talk about how he's like doing magic tricks and stuff on his
What is that
Instagram
stuff? You
right
saw
now?
that
Yeah,
on
oh
Instagram.
my God.
I saw that, and he's doing card tricks, and I was just like, okay, yeah.
It was a waste of a time, or people that only care about the destination on a trip and can't enjoy the journey.
Yeah.
Dude, well, on top of that, like, I don't believe like they get paid to be on that show. I mean, I think Peter gets paid because he's the Bachelor, but like they kind of like risk their whole lives doing this, and then just for it to be like, that would be terrible, dude.
It's all for that 15 minutes of fame.
Peter,
Man, it's what they risk. Find love.
Peter
Yeah,
gets
but, like,
I'll put it in
and-
love.
Love and Instagram followers.
Yeah, that
for
too.
real. And then have a bunch
I
of
don't
guys
know.
geek over him.
I just think that like, yeah, I just like you look back at all the decisions, and it's just like, you kind of look at like what happened with his, like at the end with his mom, and you see like how, like, because typically like guys typically pick like someone that resembles their mother, like when they're looking
Would never
for,
want
like,
to with that situation.
yeah, but like, yeah, and it's just like you see all like the manipulation and stuff, and I'm just like, okay, that's why he picked half of these girls. That makes more sense. Like,
Yeah, Barb had to go.
Yeah, she
Amen
should have
to
got
that.
kicked out night
Amen.
one, to be honest with you. Like, I didn't understand how. I mean, you think I was always curious, like, if he was going back and talking to Barb about all these girls, and she's like, oh, I think you should do this, because Kelly. I don't know if you guys remember this. Now I was just thinking about it. Kelly was originally Barb's favorite because she went up to her after that show ended, and Barb admitted that she wanted her to win. So it's actually funny they're together now, thinking about that.
Well,
Interesting.
the way that
Yeah.
Barb talks, of course, she was always going to get her way. Her son's
Like,
like,
Barb's always gonna get. It doesn't make, dude. It's so frustrating.
Yeah, did you see the meme where she spoke in Spanish to her husband, and then
Yeah, everyone
Like,
knew
it
Someone
that.
translates to
translated
English?
it. Yeah.
yeah, it
Dude.
says say something bad, help me.
Yeah,
Like, come on.
that just says exactly who this type of lady is. You know what I mean? It's frustrating to even think
She's a
about.
very
yeah,
stereotypical Barb.
I saw like on, I think like Entertainment Tonight they posted on something on their YouTube. They were talking to Peter while he was sitting in his car, and he was like, man, no hard feelings. My mom's just a super passionate person. Like, she's Cuban, so it makes sense why she like, like she's very passionate about all that stuff, and she's just super, I don't know. That's what he said. So, yeah, it kind of.
Peter's like on that finale stage begging his mom, just give Maddie a chance. Like, I'm in love with her. And she's like, I'm going to watch this crash and burn, and everyone else is too.
You knew that was doomed right when she, right when a whole argument was going on in that last episode.
I mean, technically she was right, so.
Yeah.
because it crashed and burned in like 3 days. So
And that part of that just for the TV.
It didn't
like,
even last a
Yeah.
week, bro.
yeah.
I almost wonder if like she like sped up that process by her like going off on that finale though. Like who's like gonna get like torched by a mom on like live TV and then it's like, yeah, I'll spend the rest of my life trying to work this out with.
It would never work.
I still give props to Maddie for handling it pretty well.
Oh, she killed it. I give props to her. She handled that very well. You're right.
Maddie's a stream girl in every sense. So
She's a
Oh,
dream.
yeah.
She's a babe.
tens all around.
She's a babe, honest babe. Like what? She's still and she's saving herself, which is awesome. Like I mean, not a lot of people do that
Probably.
anymore. But like, she's a babe, honest babe.
Mm.
She's a baller too.
She is a
Yeah,
baller.
she is a baller.
Literally, quite literally.
Would you guys ever let your moms control your love life like Peter does?
No shot.
No chance.
No shot.
You're
I have stepped up to my mom for girls that didn't deserve it for worse. If there was a girl like Maddie, the foot would have been put down.
I always wanted
If my mom talked to me like that, there'd be some little animosity there for a while.
I always wanted to mess with my mom and like just bring a girl home and like see what she thought. Just like someone like I would tell like this girl to like dress up and like just be all crazy, and I would always love to see my mom's reaction to that, like prank her a little bit. But
that would go over well.
That would not go over well. She'd be so mad at me. But who were your favorites on the show? I think I heard Madison a lot. I'm just kind of curious on that.
She actually isn't in my top 3. Madison.
What?
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah.
Stop.
Hear this.
Yeah, I didn't
Come on.
she was perfect and all, but like I thought she was kind of overrated to me.
Wait till you hear Wait till you hear
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like that she put him in a really unfair predicament towards the end of the show, and I didn't think that was fair to him.
Who was your top 3?
My top 3 was number 1 was Victoria F for me.
Oh my god.
No, we know your head's like, get out of here.
Number 2 was
Yeah.
Kelly.
Bro, Victoria F's
And
for the streets.
huh?
Victoria F, she's for the streets, bro.
No, she ain't. She's got some demons that she's got to battle with. Dude.
Would you help her? Dom, would you help her?
I would help her. I would 100% help her with her demons.
Yo, Dom, are her demons other husbands' wives? Is that what?
Listen, that was all fake. That was all fake. All right.
All
And
say.
number 3 for me was McKenna.
Oh,
Really? Dude, she's literally our age. Like, I don't know.
I like McKenna. I'll give her
Yeah,
that.
but so is
babe.
Madison.
I agree. She was
Isn't
a
that
babe.
crazy? Isn't that crazy that like Hannah Ann, McKenna, and Madison, they're all
23?
Yeah.
Yeah, and like we view Madison as like so much older than both of them because she's so much more mature than like both of them, but like they're the same age. Crazy.
I personally liked Alea. I don't know what you guys think, but I love her.
I
thought
agree.
she was amazing.
I like the
Thank
layout.
you. Thank you. I personally thought she wasn't given a fair shot, dude. Like, she was killing the first 2 episodes, and then next episode, like, they were targeting her. And, like, I just thought, and Peter clearly liked her. Like, I thought she wasn't given a fair shot at all.
wasn't a
I mean, Victoria P lied, so that's all I have
Victoria
to say.
P did lie, and that's what ruined it for her. I'm surprised they didn't get back together, to be honest with you.
I actually liked Victoria P at the beginning too, and then
Yeah.
just kind of
Yeah.
Just crash and burn.
yeah.
I really liked Hannah Ann. I think she might have been my favorite. I'm not sure because like the whole way I was like, oh yeah, Madison, and then like once it got down to the final 4, I was like, like him and Hannah Ann never have a problem. Like him and Hannah Ann really get along, and she's always just super understanding. Like I know like with Madison's faith, like that comes into like a different thing, but when he was talking to Hannah Ann about being with other women, she's like, oh yeah, like I know you're gonna have to do what you're gonna do. Like it hurts to know, but like I just hope at the end we work together and like this is all worth it. And it's like she was just so chill and genuine about it that I was like, good for her.
See, like I don't know. I like Madison. I think she was gonna win. I always thought she was gonna win. I personally thought Hannah Ann at first. I thought she was a little fake. Like I thought she was too like amazing. And then I don't know. As it kind of grew along, I was like, this girl is cool. I like her.
See, I liked her, but my problem was there just didn't seem like there was like any substance there. Like she just kind of felt like very like just
no
every.
connection.
She just felt like every like just girl that you meet every once in a while. Like she didn't seem like anything super special about her or anything, which is kind of like what Maddie I feel like drew Peter's attention so much.
Yeah, and you knew he was gonna pick her. Like he was
Oh yeah.
He said he loved her first. Like that's how it should go, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, look at the first date he took her on. He
It
took
was
her.
literally
He
the
took her
wedding,
to.
dude.
He took her to his parents' house.
That's
Like
hilarious.
that's literally day one date.
You knew that was marriage right there.
Yeah, but Barb's gonna live with that forever. Every single
Yeah,
time
That's the
Barb
funny part.
was doing her wedding calls, there's pictures of Maddie.
I love that. I hope they frame that picture.
Maddie gets the final W in the end.
Maddie already got the W. She kind of handles
Yeah.
herself very well on that.
I mean, look at her Instagram followers. She's at what? 1.9 million now. So yeah, I think she won.
I think she got the most
I think she won.
So who else was any favorites? Does anyone else have any favorites?
I have a least favorite that we didn't talk about yet.
Who?
Oh yeah.
That bitch Tammy.
Well,
no.
No, Sydney was the evil one. I hated Sydney.
It was Sydney. Sydney's at the top of the list for me.
See, thank you. Me and Darren had the same thoughts.
my least favorite was Kelsey. Ever since that
Ugh.
She was
Ooh.
second to the bottom.
When she just absolutely lost her mind.
Dude, the cork bottle incident was hilarious.
She's like freaking out, right? And she's like, Hannah's like, I just thought that was champagne set up. And she goes, there's not champagne set up just around this place. And then Peter's like, let's just go talk in private. And they go and sit down in a cabana and there's just champagne set up by the person.
Right.
Like,
Dude, I liked Kelsey. I honestly feel
No.
like
Nah, she was the
I
worst.
feel like she was
She
nice.
was the absolute worst.
I loved with their home visit though when the mom was like, "Oh, Kelsey cries a lot, right?"
Honestly, her home visit made me like her more than anything. I think.
I liked
Like,
her.
I think her and Victoria
Yeah.
F were equally pretty shitty, but like I liked her better after the home visit, but I still didn't like her.
her home
I still
visit-
think it should have been her instead of Victoria F.
No.
Oh yeah.
Darian, no.
No. I wanted Kelsey gone, and I'm glad she got kicked off.
Darren, you were every week. You were like, I can't wait till this girl goes.
Yeah, you hated her.
Yeah.
From the beginning.
Nope.
Oh man, that night. Because Adam, you weren't there that night at Champs when that episode aired, but
I don't think
Oh,
I
yeah.
was.
Darian literally got up out of his chair, pumped his
Yep.
pants, and was just losing his mind after that.
Darren,
Yep.
did you shotgun a beer?
No, not a chance. I did have a couple drinks though.
To celebrate.
Yep.
Dude, I honestly, I don't know. I liked Kelsey, but do you guys remember the pro dancer who in the beginning, like very first episode? Do you remember her at all?
Wow, there really were a lot of.
Katrina.
Yeah, Katrina.
Yeah, I thought she was gonna go far from day one, and she got booed at the date, right away. And I was like, what? I don't know. Some of these girls, dude, on that show, I really don't know why they went that far. To be honest with you, I never understood
Well, it's because of Peter's poor decision making.
as we learned in the future.
Peter's mommy issues.
Cam, what was your least favorite?
Least favorite? Oh, Tammy for sure. Like, I just like, yeah, the way the whole thing went down with McKenna, because I like McKenna. Like, I think like I felt for McKenna like when she was just like kind of felt like she wasn't like there, but she was like in the background. And then Tammy was just starting all this stuff with her, like just being horrible. And then as soon as she did like she wore the black dress to when her and McKenna went to Target
This is her
McKenna's
funeral.
funeral, and I'm like, yo, this is terrible. Like, you need to go.
Dude, I loved McKenna's remarks during that whole little segment. She's like, "You're not gonna take me down. I'm gonna win." Like her face, dude. I was loving it. I liked
And then
McKenna.
she got booted off 20 minutes later at the roast.
Yeah, then she got
ceremony.
booted
I
off.
know that was terrible. I think he should have kept her on longer, but
I'm just thinking about this now. That's not even in the notes here. But do you guys think there should be an age limit to this? Because like that McKenna was 22, dude. Like I'm looking at it like I'm 22 as well. Like I don't think I'm ready to, get married right away. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I'm always, I don't know. I don't know what you guys think.
I feel like most people aren't ready to get married when they're 22, 23 years old.
Yeah.
And I feel like people that go on the show definitely aren't ready to get married if they're going on the show and they're 23 years old. Like, if you're older, I get it a little bit, but at the same time, I don't know. That's my personal views on it.
So I don't really know how it works, but I'm guessing Peter has like a conversation with the producers beforehand, and they're like, okay, like, what are you interested in? Like, do you,
Right.
I don't know, like, do you prefer blondes or brunettes a certain type of way? Okay, like, what age range would you be interested in dating? Because, like, I know for a minimum on the show, you have to be 21 because they drink.
Yeah.
So, like, obviously. But, like, I feel like he had to have been like, yeah, anything 22 and above is fine. And they're like, okay.
Young, hot, into windmills.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bring her back the first episode.
In the windmills. I don't know. I thought Hannah B was gonna come back during that episode, or I mean during the season. I honestly think they should be together now, but I don't know. What do you guys think on that?
That'd be interesting. Apparently, they were texting during the whole Hannah Ann relationship.
Oh yeah.
I
So-
just heard about that.
He was texting. Well, because that's why like Hannah Ann, like when she was just like digging into Peter,
Yeah.
she was like, yeah. And, well, that was during the live episode. She was like digging into him. She was like, yeah, and you were texting Hannah B right after we got engaged, like looking for closure. And it's just like,
Yeah, that I didn't understand it when she brought that up at the live show. Like, obviously, I understood like the first half of the first couple episodes when she was back, but like when she said I had to deal with 3 people in this relationship, like, and she brought up Hannah B, I kind of didn't really understand it other than those first 2
Yeah.
episodes.
Yeah, that kind of came out of nowhere, but I guess eventually it came out that they were, talking during that time. So that's pretty dope.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if anyone else answered this. For Darian or Cam or Dom, do you think there should be an age limit to this as well?
Yeah, I think it should be whatever the Bachelor or the Bachelorette wants. Any age above 21. I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
whatever
it's
their
all fair
preference
game.
are. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Who's this new Bachelorette? Her name's like Carly or something like that, right?
Yeah, she was on a previous season.
No, I know.
She was on like 5, dude, and like 5 like Bachelor in Paradises. That's what I heard. I didn't look much into this girl yet.
My point is though, she's like older, right? She's like 38.
she's
something like that.
38.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
assume that like she's gonna tell the producers like, hey, I don't want some 21-year-old like.
Right.
Like
I don't want an 18-year-old frat bro.
Chad.
Yeah,
Yo, what's
Chad
up,
and
my
Brad
name's-
are not going to be on the show.
No,
Chad and Brad are not going to be on the show.
I hope
Watch a
there's-
Chad or a Brad win the show.
I would.
There's gonna be one of those guys on the show just to make it entertaining.
Oh, I mean, yeah, of course, I would expect that.
just the sunglasses and like I can just see it right now. Do you guys remember the season with Chad, like the legit Chad, like the big muscular dude? You guys remember that?
No.
Oh, dude, yeah. See, I don't know. What about you, Dylan? I think you remember it.
All I watched was Ari, Colton, and then Peter.
Okay, so Chad was this big muscular dude, and they made him out to be like the super big villain. And like one of the episodes, they were like, I think with ESPN or something, and they were doing like a little press conference, and I think it was the second episode, and they were like, "Yo, like, do you love?" I think it was JoJo. Yeah, do you love JoJo yet? And he was like, "No." Like he was like, "I just met this chick," and everyone was like, "Dude, that's a terrible answer." And like the whole season, they made this dude out to be a huge villain. And like I thought the guy was hilarious. He was always eating meats, like this like jacked up dude. He was a riot, dude.
I always enjoyed John Paul Jones.
John Paul Jones is a bro.
Can't hate on John Paul Jones.
That's who should be in all. There should be all John Paul Jones for this next season.
Just keep doing John Paul Jones until he actually finds a Bachelorette.
So I guess laying into towards the end now with Hannah Ann. How did you guys feel after her just absolutely laying into Peter? Like I loved it. I thought it was amazing.
He deserved it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
big
did.
time.
Because, especially from her point of view, because like she didn't know any of this stuff was going on with Madison. It's not like he was openly telling her, "Hey, you're my second choice, by the way."
Right.
Like a first choice. Then they get together, and not only does he not have closure for Madison, which maybe she'd understand, then he's texting his like ex-girlfriend. They're like,
And he did it 4 times in a windmill. Don't forget that.
and then he's just like, all right. Like he's like, why are you leaving? And she's like, don't talk to me. Like I'm done with you.
I don't know. What does anyone else think on that?
Yeah, I mean, he deserved it. He just sucked. Like, honestly, he just kind of sucked. You put on a nice face at the beginning, but then eventually you're just like, oh, this guy sucks.
Dude, I don't know if you guys felt the same, but like he legit like looked possessed when he was asking out Hannah Ann. Like I was like, or like asking her to like marry. Like I was like, this dude just like got ended with Madison, and then he was like, oh God, like I need to think of something, and like didn't even
Because it
mention.
was his only choice.
He literally looked possessed, dude. I was like, this is like, I don't even know if that's desperation. I don't even know what you would call what he was going through at that time.
I think he was like,
Something.
I think he's a good person. Like I think I don't think he had poor intentions. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
I think he is a good
No.
guy.
Like I think he deserves to find happiness. I think his decision making was bad. It wasn't like something like Victoria F, where we can all agree like she is shady and like went on the show for clout. You know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Cam, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree. Like, it's not fair. It definitely wasn't fair to her for him to be like, oh, you know, like you're basically my second choice, and then like, yeah, I agree with what Armand said earlier. He was like, you know, she's kind of like, I don't even want to say bland, but it almost kind of seemed like that. Like, it just kind of seemed like almost too basic.
She was safe.
She was safe. That's just, she was safe.
Good
So,
point.
and then she like, just after that, when she did that, I was like, okay, like mad more props to Hannah Ann, like,
Yeah.
because like he definitely deserved that. I think he needed to be put in his place, like he had to be, or he probably would be still making bad decisions. So yeah,
I mean, he
maybe
made
that's why
those
went back
he
to
made
Kelly.
those IG live videos of him doing magic, so he's obviously
Okay,
still
well,
making bad
yeah,
decisions.
and his flip the switch. And his flip the
Oh,
switch video,
Ooh.
that was
Oh, I didn't even
rough.
see that one.
It was
I
rough.
didn't see. What was that on?
TikTok or Instagram. I don't know. It's somewhere. I think it's on his TikTok, but
It'll be on Instagram too, because Instagram is basically TikTok too.
yeah.
100%.
No, it was like 2 weeks ago he posted it, and it was literally just him, like normal, like outfit and like chill in the house outfits, and him in his pilot uniform. That was it. And like he did a terrible time timing it, and just looked super awkward doing it. I'm like,
He's busy doing a lot of flying right now, you know.
yeah.
Dom, what do you think on Hannah Ann absolutely laying into it? I remember when we watched that, you were loving it, dude.
Oh, I loved it. I think Peter was the worst bachelor of all time.
Ooh.
I think he made terrible decisions, and she 100% should have ripped him a new one, which she did, and I thought it was great. I mean, I loved it. I laughed my ass off, and he definitely deserved it, because I don't know, like if I loved somebody, you know, I would never ever want to just fake love somebody else. You know what I mean? Like,
It's not real, dude.
It's not real. It's like, why would you just want to fake a marriage? That's horrible. He's the worst.
Do you guys think that he could be like, if you were like the Bachelor, right? Like going through that process so long, do you think like by the end you could be with multiple people?
Wait, could you repeat that?
Like, so if you were the Bachelor, right, and you're like going through this whole show, this whole like 3-month whatever, like you're just seeing these girls. By the time that you're at the final 3, like, do you think you could be in love with 2 of them, or like it would only be 1?
Dude, I don't even know if I would if I can love one of them, dude. I feel like it's such a short process to actually. I mean, I don't know. I guess you do find love sometimes when you're early, but like, just think these people are traveling to exotic locations all the time. Like, it's so glamorous and like all this stuff, but like, I always wonder like what actually happens when they get to the real world. You know what I mean? Like,
Some of them have actually gotten married and like stayed married for a while.
well, JoJo's a success story with Aaron Rodgers' brother Jordan Rodgers. Like, they're so far chilling, but like, yeah. I mean, I'm curious what you guys think on that too.
Yeah, I don't know if I personally could ever do that, but like I could see 2 people like being in love with one person. It's not like it doesn't happen in the real world,
Right.
but like it would be it would be just a weird process altogether. So
What I meant, like, though, like, do you believe that like the one person could love two separate people? Because
Yeah.
like,
I think that it could be like different feelings. Like, he could, I mean, because we like people differently, and he could say, oh, this person's great, but this person's great. Like, if he finds two great people, but I think he was so focused on like just having like it be a show and like producers like kind of meddling with it too, that like I think he felt like he had to have Hannah Ann and he had to have Victoria and like
yeah, he can love Hannah Ann and he can love Maddie, but you can't love both of them at the same time. It just doesn't
Right.
work.
Well, I think Peter said it a couple times with a couple girls, but he was like, I'm just on like a different level than some of them. Like some of like say Kelsey. Kelsey was like way above him in like the attraction, or not the attraction part, but just like the falling for the other. Kelsey was way above him, and Peter just wasn't there. Whereas Peter was probably there with Madison and Hannah Ann, and not her, and that's why she went
Right.
Mhm.
Dom, what do you think?
I think you can only love one person. I mean, that's just my thing. I mean, when you're connecting with all those different people, I think that somebody, like one person sticks in your mind and you always think about them. And I think Madison stuck in his head the most. And I think he really did Hannah Ann dirty. And I hate the whole aspect of The Bachelor, to be honest. I feel like it's so unfair to like almost every single girl that's on that show, that they're just like, all of them are pretty much wasting their time except for one.
I don't think it's
I mean,
unfair because they voluntarily sign up to be a part.
yeah, I guess you're right.
If
But
it was like a blind, like, oh, you're gonna do this thing, and it turned out to be this. then
yeah,
but
You're on The Bachelor now. Congrats, we kidnapped you.
Do you guys think Peter was in it just for sex?
No.
No.
No, I don't think so.
I don't know.
That's just part of who he is.
Because listen, Peter had so much clout after last time that if he was just in it for sex, like he could have just gone on Instagram and did whatever he wanted.
Been like,
I think maybe he
good?
was looking for a relationship, but maybe he wasn't looking to get married. I feel like a lot of these people aren't looking to get married right away, but they're maybe just looking for something,
Mm-hmm.
So like my question about love, I don't know, like none of you guys watched Ari's season, but he like was down to like two girls at the end, like Becca and Lauren, and like he really struggled with it, and I think he genuinely loved both of them at the same time because he picked Becca, but then like after he was with Becca, like realized he wanted to be with Lauren instead, like almost back to Dom's idea, but like it took him actually picking one of them and being with one of them for a month to fully realize who he loved more.
Yeah.
Now, I'm curious of this. I just thought about this as well. During when Peter told Madison he loved her, and then she kind of told him like what she's about, like being a virgin and all, and saving herself. Like, do you think that he had the right to go hook up with these two after he like kind of was in love with her? Do you think I honestly don't know if he was just wanted to hook up with three women or what, but I don't know. Do you think like he should have been like, yo, I love you too, like I'm not gonna do this? I don't know.
I think it's just like a part of his personality, because like his mom said it, like he likes to party, he brings home girls, and then like she would make breakfast with him. Like it's just a part of who he is. So I don't like think he meant to do it intentionally, but I think like his poor decision making basically led him to be like, oh, I have to, you got to test the car before you buy it, basically.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of like what he was going with. So like, I mean, I don't agree with it. Like it sucks. Like I feel like if he really loved Madison, like he should have just like left it there. Because like I think who tweeted that, Dave Portnoy or something like that.
Yep.
Like he said if he was really like in love with her, like he just said like, look, I'm not, I just do that, but I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree with Cam.
Yeah.
I agrage with Cam.
Yeah, I agree too.
So I kind of disagree because listen, so I think that because he may, again, like this goes back to my point, like if he was in love with multiple people at once. So if he felt the love for Hannah Ann and he felt the love for Madison, and to him sex matters in a relationship and he doesn't feel the need to wait for marriage, then he should like do himself a service by treating everyone equally and not putting someone's like values above another. Because if he had just listened to Madison, then that's potentially hindering his other relationships if sex matters to him, which since the whole season revolved around it, I'm assuming that it matters to him in a relationship.
Yeah.
No, I'm with you, but like I also don't think he was in love with the other girl. Like he wasn't in love with all the other girls that like he was.
Probably.
I think Victoria F. He wanted just to hook up. To be honest, I don't.
No, I
actually-
Yeah,
I
he
actually
wanted to-
really think I really think he had feelings for Victoria F.
I think he wanted to,
think?
but I don't think like.
I think he was trying, but like at the
And
same
there's
time,
just too
she
much
was putting
baggage
through
there.
so much.
Because the amount of times that she gave him shit
Yeah.
and he still kept her around. I think I don't know.
I agree.
So-
I agree. I think that's just like he. Yeah, I don't know. I agree. Like if she just didn't like completely like because they did have like what the first like one-on-one that they had was actually really good. Well, not
they
the,
had the most amount of problems too out of any
yeah.
any other girl.
And I think it's because there were like a lot of one-way streets in the season. Like it was like, oh, he loved Victoria F didn't love him, and like Maddie he loved Maddie didn't love him, sort of thing.
Yeah, but if you think about it from Peter's perspective, like all of us watching were like, dude, you and Victoria's F relationship was so toxic. But to him, in that perspective, he's like, I really care about this girl, and like I'm just trying to work through it. And like you just almost tunnel him blind to how toxic that relationship really is, and he's just trying to make it work.
No, I feel that. I understand. I completely understand. I just
Mhm.
think that like it's just is what it is.
Yeah, I honestly, I personally feel if once you're in love with somebody, I mean, like, Dave Portnoy's tweet kind of, sums it all up. If you're really in love with that one person, I don't know, maybe kind of go that way. I personally don't know, but I always wonder too, since it is a show, like if the producers have anything to do with that type of stuff, like
Yeah.
drama, like
I was just gonna
decisions.
say.
100%. I
Absolutely.
think the
You
producer.
can't, you can't bring in Chase Rice and them not
not
completely
know. You
not know.
can't
not
Like
know
that
that.
had to have, like
It
that
had to
is
be
just
over
picking
social
her.
media.
This,
Your There's no way.
Who would have known?
Gasp.
Yeah, those producers definitely have a lot of leeway
Yeah.
into what happens into that
Oh,
season.
big time.
Of how much power they have. So say there's 10 girls left, right? And Peter's got to knock it down to 8. Do you think the producers say, okay, you're going to get to pick 5 and we get to pick the next 3? So you pick the top 5 that you want out of these 10, and then we'll pick the next 3 that we want for drama around and content. Because
I
like,
think maybe early on, maybe like
I think
early,
that would
like
be-
with first night,
you think just
like
the
Peter gets.
No, I could see them.
Maybe like-
I could see them keeping certain people around for a while, just for. I mean, they're
I think
definitely.
the first couple episodes, I think that's just like the biggest input from the producers. Like, yeah, you get to pick like 75%, and then we get to pick like whatever.
because
like-
this also had like a huge like scandal on it. Something like it's been attacked before for like being not diverse at all, where it's always like a white bachelor and a white bachelorette, and like there's never anything else. And then a lot of people are like, oh, like, do they just keep a diverse person around because like the producers don't want to be attacked for that anymore?
I was curious about that too. What do you guys think on that?
I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like you can't really say for sure. I don't think they're explicitly trying to be racist. I feel like you probably just in the seasons maybe just it never worked out.
I honestly don't know. And I mean, that's never really going to ever be answered. I don't think any of our producer questions just now will ever be answered.
I hope
on
it is though.
I mean,
unless one of us gets on the
producers
Bachelor.
tell all. They should have a producers tell all episode.
You see, I do know a little bit of inside information about
We got an
producers.
Dom's
A
conspiracy.
little tiny bit.
Oh.
I'm friends with somebody that lives in California, and apparently she was friends with, a group of people, and she said that one of their friends was actually on the Bachelorette last season. I mean, this is what I was told.
A
Just
friend
take
of
it
a
with a grain of
friend.
salt.
And he got thrown off the first episode because apparently the producers wanted him to say certain things, and they wanted him to almost like portray himself as something that he's not. And he was like, "Nah, I don't want to do that. That's not me." And apparently they're like, "Okay, well then you're gonna go home." And he didn't get picked. He got thrown off the show.
See, I could see that honestly. Like
Yeah.
I really 100% could believe that.
They were like, Hannah B doesn't like you enough for you not to be interesting enough for us to keep you. Either be interesting
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much.
or you're gonzo, bro.
Yeah.
Guess I'm gonzo. And they're like,
See, that's actually really interesting, and maybe there should be a producer's tell-all episode because that that stuff is just I don't know. I there has to be something involved with that. Like,
Well, I
Like,
think if
someone
they
just
do
gotta-
something like that, though, then that like kind of diminishes like what the
Yeah.
show, like
the whole
how
purpose
people
of the
view
show. That's why
Maybe
you want to
maybe at
say
the end of the
no.
show when it's over, they'll.
I think
Maybe, but,
someone's just got to be the Bachelor. Someone's just got to bite the bullet.
When's Chris Hansen going to be the Bachelor?
yeah.
Does he, wait, is he married? Is he married? I don't even know
I
I
his
have
don't
life.
know.
no idea.
married with kids.
I have no idea what goes on with Chris Hansen or Harris, whatever.
Oh yeah, he's been married for like since '89. Holy shit.
So he's already finding love, but he's not even with his wife, dude. He's out on The Bachelor every year.
Oh wait, no,
I'm
this
sure
is
she
wrong.
loves it. I'm sure
This
she
is-
loves it.
Dude,
Sorry,
he gets
what-
paid million.
That's
He gets what?
that's Chris Hansen. The wrong.
Oh,
I always
wrong
get them
guy.
mixed up.
Chris
Okay.
Harrison.
Yeah. Oh, he's divorced. He's single now.
Okay. So he made.
I always get
maybe-
those two mixed up.
He was
Yeah.
a pretty clutch. He was a pretty clutch wingman though on the last
Yo,
episode finale with
bro.
Maddie.
True.
Dude, he's a stud. I like him, but he definitely gets paid. He gets paid millions to say, "Ladies, this is the final rose of the night."
Yep.
He's also wants to be a millionaire, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's right. He is a host. He does everything. dude. He's
No. There's a new host for that now. It's the celebrity who wants to be a millionaire, and it's
Oh, is that with Jimmy Kimmel?
It's Jimmy Kimmel. Yeah.
Yeah.
He wants to be a millionaire
Yeah.
every year.
I kind of want to watch. I kind of want to watch that, to be honest with you. But going into the last final questions, like, so do you guys actually feel bad for Peter for what he went through on the season? Like he kind of got like ripped on national TV with Hannah Ann, but like at the same time, I don't know if I feel bad for him because his mom kind of had a lot of input on everything, but at the same time, I do feel bad for him. And I don't know. What do you guys think?
I don't feel bad for him whatsoever.
No.
Nope.
No.
Not at all.
Nope. He made all of his own decisions
He
on
goofed,
his
dude.
own,
He goofed.
and he made so many
Too.
mistakes, and that's on him. He deserved everything that came to him.
Mhm.
There
I
are
think
certain things I feel bad for him for. I don't feel bad for Hannah Ann going in on him because that was all his decision. I feel bad that his mom like completely tore apart his relationship.
Sabotaged him.
sabotage it 100%.
I feel bad for the mom for embarrassing herself on national television.
Dude, I feel bad for her because she said on that live episode that like she's like, I get a lot of love on social media and whatnot, dude. I don't know what she's reading, but dude, she got torn
Not
on.
anymore.
Well, I don't think she meant love. I think she meant she's getting a lot of hate on. I think that's what she really meant.
Yeah, it's those Spanish.
I've heard
words
I
mixing up.
heard a couple people say that, and I'm like, you guys know she's kidding, right? Like, she definitely did not mean love.
All
She
that
did not
love
mean
is just a lot of hate in the DMs.
Yeah. Lots
Dude,
of
she-
DMs.
And dude, okay, if my mom was like this, dude, I would definitely tell her to chill. That over exaggerating, that crying, getting all excited when she saw Peter, whatnot, dude. I wanted to turn off the TV because of that stuff, dude. That was so frustrating to watch.
Every time
Okay.
Barb popped up on the screen, I was like, get her off my screen. I don't want to look at that.
Especially when it was in the little corner, like
yeah,
in the
just in
bottom.
the little
Oh,
corner.
my-
Like right here, just chilling.
It's just her like
There were so many TikToks of people just covering that corner of the
Yeah.
Dude, I always. Would you guys ever go to that live event where the people tell all thing? Would you ever go to that?
Oh yeah.
Definitely
That'd be
not.
fun.
It'd be interesting.
I say we schedule a trip and go out there.
Fly out to LA.
Just to be on the women tell all of Bachelor.
We
Well,
could bring a
it'll
Chad
be,
there too.
Hmm
We could all stand up and be like, "Boo!" Yay.
Adam's
But,
gonna get kicked out of a live shooting of the
Yeah.
Fuck Victoria F.
I'll get kicked out, dude. I'd be like, "Dude, I thought this was America." But so this is a topic added into here. So what do you guys think on the life or the life after you go on The Bachelor? Like, would you kind of want that life, like all that clout all of a sudden, and like everyone knows who you are all right now?
Yeah.
At Bachelor money.
I mean, it comes with the territory, I think.
Yeah.
I think
up
you
to be
sign
on
up
that
and you
show,
know what you're
so-
getting into.
I feel like the answer for me and you, Adam, like has to be yes, because like not that our goal in our career is to become like famous, but like we want to be on TV and be like recognized. So like any way to gain more like recognition, like unless like everybody hates you, but like
Then that's a yikes.
I mean, even Victoria F still got how many followers? Like,
for somebody like
No.
Madison, like she did
Listen, she got my follow. I'll tell you that.
somebody like Madison, like
oh
everyone
damn.
can agree that they liked, maybe not their favorite, but they liked her. Now has like what, like 2 million followers on Instagram. We said before, like just from being on the show,
Yeah, but she
like
can.
that clout would be great.
Yeah, I honestly think I mean I would love that attention. I'm just that type of person. That's why I am in my major. But like I don't know, I feel like I'll if I was ever on that show, dude, I'd be so careful with everything I do. I mean, to the point I don't even know if I'd be real, and that's what I get scared about. Like you got to be real. But like I also feel like that type of kid in the corner, like in the all the fights happening, I'll just be chilling in the corner, like waving hi to everybody if the camera ever was to pan over to me. But I guess that kind of leads into my next question. Would you guys ever be a contestant on The Bachelor, looking for
Yeah.
love?
I would, of course.
Yeah, I give it a shot. I
Oh
mean, why
yeah,
not?
Yeah, I'd give
sign
it
me
a shot.
up.
What's the worst? In a couple hundred
So
years?
to whoever is listening to this right now, I'm sure it's like tens of people. But like if we're listening to this, make sure you do that little nomination in the Bachelor casting call so you can sign us all up, and we'll be. Dude, I don't know if I would want to be on an episode with everybody in this group. That would probably not be a
Could
good.
you
All-
imagine
yeah,
that?
all of us-
That would be awesome. All of us in the same.
All of us could
in the same season.
single-handedly eliminate the competition. All of us- Yo,
I,
Brett, you said that he's only on this for the clout, and then there's God, why are 6 people coming to me?
I'd be like, yo, Derry, dude, I don't like that pick, dude. Let's get him out of here.
Yeah, because you know I'm the competition.
It's like it's gonna turn into Survivor more than Bachelor.
Uh-huh.
Arma, would you ever go on the show?
Darian and Adam.
Oh, yeah.
Adam would just try to race Darian on live TV, and then Darian would win.
That would be Adam's intro. Adam would try to race
that
me
would
in
be
the very
Adam's
beginning.
Well, no, Darian, I don't know. I feel like we need to like start drinking a little bit, and then like I don't know, maybe I would start a fake fight for reality TV.
Hey man, I'm ready when you're ready.
I'll race you
well,
first.
I will pay
MMA.
for that. I will pay. I will pay.
Yeah, that'd be fun to watch. That'd be a good watch.
We
Dude,
still got to
what
do
would-
our race first.
We do got to do a race, dude. I was training today. I'm ready. Whenever I come back to State College, we're gonna do it.
I don't
Darian
think
could
so.
not. Darian could not train for a year. Adam can train for a year, and I think Darian would still easily.
What would this is another idea I was thinking of. What would your intro, if you had an intro, like say you got on the show, what would your intro to the first episode be when you're coming out of that limo or whatever? What would you guys do?
Oh man,
I would
I don't
definitely
even know.
intros that like bases it around like something from the previous contestant, but like not something that's super corny. Like when these girls came on Peter's season and were like, "Do you want to go into a windmill?" That's just like I'm gonna. Well, like when they did like the plane stuff, like that was pretty cool. Like
Okay.
Yeah, but then all of them did it.
Everyone
Or-
did it,
Yeah.
dude.
it was probably cool for him though, because he like
Yeah, he's like, oh, flight attendant.
Yeah, wasn't it like one girl who was like, yeah, I'm a flight attendant, and then they like panned to like 6 other girls who were flight attendants on that episode.
well,
There
like,
were.
if you were sitting there, Adam, and some girl comes in and she's like decked out in like an Eagles jersey, face painted, and it was like,
Oh no, I'd be like, no, get out of here, dude. No, I'm not that type of person. I wouldn't be about it, dude.
you want to be about a girl that's like whatever your interests are is like her intro.
I don't know, dude. I feel like
No,
if someone was, I like someone who's like just real and like just themselves, like just be honest. Like I don't know. I feel like some girls try to definitely fake it to get the attention.
Definitely not like lying about who
Get the
the
clout.
intro.
I don't know, and I
Never
don't know.
know.
What would
Yeah.
would
All the ones
What
that
would-
talk about the windmill were lying.
Armor, what would your intro be?
Dude, I don't even know. I don't even know where I'd start with that one. It'd have to be something really dumb, just something dumb funny. That's probably what I'd go with.
I don't know. Does anyone actually have an
I
idea?
would, I would strictly just be myself.
Well, like, how are you gonna be yourself walking out? Like, what's your intro? Is what he's
I
saying.
don't really know. I didn't really think about that.
Do like
I'm just gonna
a
take something
WWE
that I
wrestler.
do and just do what I do. You know.
Something
I
sports
what you
related,
do.
probably.
just walk out the limo and say, "Hi, my name is Dylan," and like move on.
All right, Darren, what did you say?
I don't know. It's probably something sports related. I have no idea. I have to think about it for a while.
Got it.
Cam, what would you do?
Dude, I have no idea. I think it would just like it kind of depends. Like you have to look at like you kind of have to make it like so they're interested too, or just like come up with some stupid corny pickup line. I don't know. It's like you have no idea.
It works no matter who it is. You walk out with a rose and you give it to them and you say something nice and sweet, like, "Oh, you look beautiful," whatever, and like, "Here's your rose. I hope you're giving me this back by the end of the night." And the move on. Works no matter who it is.
my intro personally, I feel like it would have to revolve. I would have to know who the Bachelor is first, and then I would
The Bachelor. Adam.
The Bachelor.
I meant the Bachelor, and I would have
Not
to
a
know.
boy.
I would have
There
to
it
know who
is.
she is first, and then I don't know. I would think of something. I think of something stupid, creative, and then I'd also be 100% nervous. So I would stumble on every word I would say, and then that's my introduction. It'll work though. Trust me, it'll work. What would you guys do? Like, what would you expect? If say you were the Bachelor, what would you guys want out of a girl coming out of that limo?
Funny. Because like all of them look great, so I'd want someone
Yeah,
that's
they do.
coming out of the limo, but not cringy. A lot of them are cringy. I'd want one that was like genuine.
Yeah. Just a nice introduction, not a "Hi, I'm a flight attendant. Look at the suitcase and outfit that I just put on." Yeah, it'd probably be like, I don't know about that.
What about you, Darian, Cam, and Dom?
You know what? It doesn't really matter to me. Whatever they want. Listen. I don't have a certain type. I mean, they can come at me with, crazy, nice, weird, whatever. Throw it at me.
I mean,
All the
hey
vibes,
man,
all the
at this
vibes.
at this point in the quarantine, I'll take anything.
That is very true.
Because 2/3 of them are already going to be not his type by the end of night one.
Yeah, that's true. That's 100%
Yeah,
right.
See, I think I could say all the stuff I would want out of a or a girl coming out and whatnot.
Bachelor.
But yeah, Bachelorette. But like, I think I could say all that stuff I want. But I honestly feel like there's just gonna be that one girl that comes out of nowhere and surprises the shit out of me. I'd be like, whoa. And I'd be like, all right, I think I'm going
Yeah,
with that.
just start drooling right there, Adam. Go ahead.
This
I'd just
season's
be
Madison.
I'd be like, yo, cut the clip. I'm out. Cut the season. No.
I think humor is like an easy like icebreaker. So anything probably
Yeah.
funny would be an intro for me, I guess.
Well, if you think about it, dude, it's like a real life Tinder or Bumble. Actually, now thinking about it, right?
Kind of. Yeah.
kind of. Yeah.
You guys ever
Just-
watch?
Do you guys see some guy did that where he like
yeah, I did see that.
he put together a group chat in Snapchat of a bunch of girls that he's matched with
some
on
girl
Tinder.
just told me that. Yeah.
And he did that, and he basically just like went through a whole like Bachelor introduction, and he just like I forget exactly what he said, but he was like, yeah, if you guys are in it, let's do this, and like that's awesome.
What a genius idea.
Adam, you should do that.
Yeah, should I do that? Because one girl told me about that, and I was like, that's messed up, but maybe I will. Maybe it'll help me find love.
Yeah, Adam, you should do that. There you go.
Now, wait, I was just thinking about this. Did you guys, when you get like on the show, like, do you know beforehand, like before you sign up for the show, do you know who the Bachelorette's going to be? Or like, do you have to go into the show and then it's like that person?
You don't know. They've like
I don't
Yeah.
think you know.
There was like I forget like whose season it was, but like I think it was so I think it was Colton's season, right? When Colton signed up, like he had previously had a thing with Tia, and he said he didn't know if it was going to be her as the Bachelorette. So that means like when he signed up, he didn't know that it was Becca.
Yeah, like when you sign up, you don't know, but I think when they pick you, you know. You know what I mean? Like you don't know who you're signing up for, but
like you'll know who it is before you get there.
Yeah.
Well, I love the reactions. Like, oh, when I found out it was them or whatnot, like I was like, I'm so gonna fall in love with this person. Or like as the episode or shows go along, one of my favorite like reactions all the time because every girl says it. They're like, I never expected to fall in love this quick. I'm like, bro, like I'm out. I hate those.
The thing with that is though, like I believe it's so much easier for the contestant to fall in love than like we realize because they're just trapped in a house with nothing to do all day except
Just looking forward to that one person seeing them.
looking forward to leaving that house to be with that person. Because they're not allowed to be on their phone. They're not allowed to watch movies. They're like not allowed to have any media, no books.
Oh,
Like
that sucks.
all they're allowed to do is play board games with each other, I think, and just talk.
It
That-
sounds
that
more like a
drink.
sex cult.
I don't even know what to say to that. But are you guys gonna watch? Are you guys gonna watch next season?
I mean, if there is one for sure.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I don't even
No,
know.
it's already taped, right? They already
No, I
started
think they
on.
stopped.
Oh.
They postponed it, right?
It's
Did
for
they?
Bachelorette.
Well,
Yeah.
they started filming, but they had to stop.
Oh, okay.
That'll be an interesting break in the show.
Did you guys see that the Big Brother in Germany, I think it was, Big Brother Germany, they had to stop. All this stuff was going on, like, because I know it started in Europe first, but like all this stuff was going on and none of them had any idea what was going on. Like they had to like stop the show to tell them like, hey guys, we gotta stop.
Dude, that's the worst timing for them. I feel bad for them.
That's gonna be like low-key, like probably really funny though when we watch The Bachelorette back because they're gonna have this filming and then they're gonna have this break and it's just gonna be like, oh yeah, I remember Corona. Because by the time that they
Yeah.
air it, like it's gonna have been like months in the past that Corona's gone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Remember how much that sucked.
it'll be way out of the news cycle by then.
Do you think if you were ever on an episode or on a season, do you think that you guys would watching it back? Would you guys ever watch back your episodes and be like, oh god, I look like
No.
an idiot on live
No.
TV?
I would want to,
I would
but I think I
not.
would have to.
I'd be
I
fine,
would not watch my episodes.
but I wouldn't want to watch it back if I won because then I'm just gonna have to watch my fiance at the time go on dates with all these other dudes, make out with all these other dudes, like I hear her just gas up these other dudes. She's like, I'm really into this guy.
Well, it's almost like spoiling in a way. And if I know by one Mr. Person in this chat spoils the shit out of every episode he ever watches before he watches it. And so, Dominic, reveal yourself here.
Well, yeah. I kind of knew the final two going into the season finale. I knew which girl was leaving every night. I definitely could have went to the bar if I was 21 and made bets and won money. I'm sure I could have done that. But
He is like, bro, I know the ending, and I'm like, I hate you.
Yeah, that's what I said, dude. I was like, why would you do that to yourself? Would you guys ever want to spoil the show? Like, me personally,
Do
if
it
I
to
was to
myself
watch the show,
I did it to myself every week.
why? Like, if I watch it, I
'cause
would never want to watch it.
It pops up on Instagram, and then I just can't unsee it.
Just go,
listen, the homie that you got to look up,
Yeah,
Steve.
it's reality, Steve. Since no
reality
Steve.
Steve. Oh my god.
Reality, Steve.
problem, I wouldn't want to look it up, but the problem is I talk to Dom every day, and then I like want to talk about the show, right? And like discuss what happened. And this dude's just sitting there like, I know what already's gonna happen.
Yeah. Well, this is what happens with Dominic, dude. So we're sitting down watching the show. We're all cool, and then out of nowhere, Dominic, he knows what happens, and then the show goes on, and he's like, he's on his phone, not watching the show. And I'm like, dude, what are you doing? He's like, I already know.
Unreal.
It's insane.
Unreal.
But I guess to sum this all up, would you guys? I think we kind of hit on it already. Would you guys ever consider joining the Bachelor
Yep.
or the Bachelorette? I guess.
Why not?
For sure.
I would be the Bachelor or I would join the Bachelorette. I don't know which one you're referring to, but I'd either be a
Both.
person, sure.
And then Bachelor in Paradise, I guess. I think that would be another one.
That would be the one to get on. That's the
I don't know
vacation.
that I would want to do that.
Yeah.
That's probably a little bit too much.
Almost filled one.
Yeah, but you're on a beach all day, Darian.
Yeah, but you're with like exes. That ain't a thing. Like an ex.
Everyone
That's facts.
you're with, who caused the most drama in their season? Let's put them all on a beach.
Not happening.
Would you are you guys gonna watch that senior one that's gonna come
No.
out?
No.
I
That's
don't
gonna
think I will
be.
be.
Oh.
Hell no.
You have to.
I might
Let's get
watch
it.
the first couple episodes. I might.
I will
Yeah,
watch like
I'll give it a shot.
Cam,
I
you can be the
pers-
one to text me to watch it.
Yeah, there we go.
let's go to Champs, dude. We'll get a whole old crowd going with us, rolling,
Camps for
rolling
senior
in with their
Bachelor.
rollers.
Bachelor.
How do you not like check that out at least? Like, how do you not just watch a bunch of like grandparents like on a Bachelor?
Yeah, that's.
I would watch
Yeah.
it
That
just
would
to
be
see someone be like, "Oh, I forgot to take my pills today."
Who dies on the show first?
Are you
That'd
Oh
be terrible, bro.
God,
Are you-
that's horrible.
Would there
yourself?
even be a fantasy suite? That's my question.
Oh.
Condoms and Viagra.
Well, who do they even pick for that? I don't know. That's just a whole different.
Well, they said it was
MILFs.
55 and up, so it's not like, yeah, no.
It's all MILFs.
That's an interesting dynamic though. There probably will be like single parents on. Like that's not usually like on The Bachelor.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's gonna be funny.
There was like one girl
What?
always had a kid, and she like, but like that like that's the only time I've ever heard about it. It's not like on Peter's season he had to deal with like half of them having children already.
Mhm.
That'd be wild.
Now, I guess to end this, maybe during if this podcast keeps rolling and growing, if you guys want to keep doing like weekly episodes when new episodes roll out, if you guys want to kind of come on and just talk about it and get all of it out.
Oh, yeah.
Would-
When society
Oh, yeah.
comes back,
Yeah.
yeah, when life is back to normal. Maybe we could even do a live
Mm-hmm.
podcast at Champs while it's going on.
Live podcast at
That
Champ.
would be legendary.
that would actually be
would
dope.
be.
Yeah.
Dude, can you imagine
Because
if
by the time it comes out, Dom will be 21, so we can
That's
get.
right.
Oh yeah.
Dylan
Yeah.
can travel up to Penn State for it?
Yep.
He's going to Penn State. Sorry guys.
On a Monday.
Darian's gonna be on the table and they're gonna ask if you want anything for being, the top guest there, and they're gonna be like, he'll be like, yeah, just give me the banana split. That's all I want, baby.
Yep. That's all I need. That's all I need. That and a Bud Light.
I don't have on Mondays and Fridays, and I don't start on Tuesdays till 1. So technically, I could pull it off if I wanted to.
There you go. Gotta
Well,
make it work.
But Dom, you
uh,
can't do spoilers on the podcast.
Dom,
I
Dom,
know. I know. I
we'll
gotta
have to
shut
throw
my
Dom's
mouth.
phone. Dom, I will chuck your phone. Like, you're not allowed to be on your phone for like a week prior to the episode being on. Well, dude, because we watch football together, and since we have like, we don't have like cable at the apartments, we watch like live feeds, and this kid will go on Twitter and yell if there's a touchdown before that it is shown on TV, and I'm like, what are you doing, dude? I left a couple
Jeez.
times this plays because I got so frustrated.
It's hard. The bottom of your fantasy team is down $1 billion.
But is there
Gosh.
anything else you guys want to add to this at all? Is anything we missed and want to cover?
I think we covered it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We talked all the Bachelor.
I think we covered it all. So this is my new outro. I tried out yesterday, so you guys can judge how weird it is. But this is out on a limb. We went out on a limb. Why don't you grab a branch and start growing a tree with us? Do something different and be yourselves. Peace.
Clap
Yeah.
them up.
I like it.
amazing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Send
not
the
bad.
send
Thank
the
you.
clap.
Let me I don't know how you send a clap. Oh, there we go. Let me take a bow. Take a bow. All right.
Yes.
All right, Cam, I guess you stop this recording now.
Yeah.
Slut.